This is Jamie Geisendorfer, and I will be teaching the Point of View lesson, Photograph Sentences, and this is day 5 of my Point of View unit. This is also for my curriculum and instruction class, taught by Dr. David Hazen. Today's lesson stems from the state standard of determining an author's point of view or purpose in a text and analyzing how the author acknowledges and responds to conflicting evidence of viewpoints, and also the other standard of analyze how differences in the points of view of the characters and the audience or reader create such effects as suspense or humor. Today's student learning objective is given a photograph representing a selected point of view. The 8th grade ELA students will construct sentences for each point of view with an accuracy of at least 80% as measured by a checklist. We have all had a group project or done group work in our lifetime, correct? Well, you tell me, what makes group work efficient? Have you ever been in a group where not all of the team members did their part? What happened? What could have made it better for each group member to be accountable? During our quick discussion, somebody made a great suggestion. They said that something that would help groups run more efficiently is assigning jobs or tasks, and that's exactly what we're going to do for our cooperative learning groups. At the table groups, what we're going to have is a facilitator, a timekeeper, and a focus monitor. The facilitator is looked at as the group leader. They're in charge of team management. The timekeeper keeps track of the time and the amount of time left for the group. And lastly, the focus monitor, they remind the group to stay focused during the work when sidebar conversations happen, because we all know we get in those sidebar conversations, and before you know it, we're talking about the tea in China when actually we should be focusing on point of view. Before we begin our group activity, what I would like you to do is to determine who is going to be your facilitator, timekeeper, and focus monitor. You have 30 seconds to decide. Bravo. Looks like you all did it within the 30 seconds. Before we begin our cooperative learning group, I would like us to review the point of view actions. Let's go ahead and do them together. First person, I, me, my. Second person, you. Third person, it, he, she. Objective, limited, omniscient. Bravo. I think you guys have been practicing the last couple of days. Very proud. Point of view can be determined through multiple things in life, more than just stories. So what I would like your group to do is to brainstorm with the team members different ways point of view can be used within everyday life. And it does not have to be just textual stories. I would like you to list all your brainstorm ideas on a piece of notebook paper, and I'm going to give all your groups 2 minutes. So timekeeper, go ahead and get watching the clock, and you may begin in 3, 2, 1, go. Your 2 minutes is up. It looks like we have quite a few things listed. Let's talk about some of those. What are some of the things you came up with during your brainstorm session? Those are great suggestions. Now, could point of view be determined for photographs? Why? I see a lot of you guys shaking your head yes. Why would you say that? Because people's perspectives are different. Can sentences be written, do you think, from various points of view about a picture? Yeah, I agree. I think they completely could. Yesterday, we focused on finding evidence to support the point of view claim in a nonfiction article. Today, what we will be doing is formulating sentences to represent each point of view surrounding the theme of a photograph. Since you have to stay with the common theme for a photograph when you construct sentences, how can you do that? Well, let's start with the basics. What does theme even mean? Good job, Jason. Yes, theme would be a coherent topic that runs through all the sentences and is the same theme that ties into those photographs. Nice work. Each group is going to receive one of the pictures that is shown right here on the board. You are also going to receive 5 sentence strips at every table. Each sentence strip should represent one of the points of view. All sentences should be written around the theme of the picture and integrated into your writing. It is expected one sentence for each point of view on the sentence strips. Make sure that you're using the appropriate pronoun when writing the sentence. Now, before I have you do this on your own, I'm going to show you a couple examples so you're not so lost. Here is a picture. You can see it looks like a man and a woman kissing in the rain. It's a black and white photograph. I'm going to make sure that my point of view sentences stem with the same theme from this photograph. So if I have to write a sentence in first person, I could say, even though it was pouring down rain, I kissed him. That is a sentence in first person point of view. Sticking with the same picture, I could write a different sentence using the same theme for third person objective. Fran stood dripping wet from the rain as she kissed Evan. And then if I wanted to write a sentence in third person omniscient, using the same picture, I could say, Evan loved Fran so much he knew she would never understand. However, unbeknown to Evan, Fran felt the exact same way. I'm in both persons' thoughts, mind, emotions, both in Evan's and Fran's. So let's go over the expectations for this activity one last time. Each group has 5 sentence strips. That's 1 strip per point of view. Every sentence written must center around the photograph's theme. Every sentence should demonstrate one point of view. The facilitator should act in the role of the leader. The focus monitor, make sure that you're maintaining your group to be on task at all times. And timekeeper, your group has 10 minutes to complete the activity. Are there any questions? Okay, my darlings, get crack-a-lackin'. Facilitators, it looks like there is about 1 minute left. Give me a thumbs up if you think your group can complete all the sentence strips within the 1 minute. Okay, thumbs up from everybody. You are down to less than 1 minute. And that concludes your 10 minutes. Nice work. The next thing what we're going to do is a thing called rotate and rate. You're going to rotate clockwise as a group to the next table. Facilitator, make sure that you get out the checklist that you received when you walked into class. As a group, evaluate the sentences using the checklist. If your group feels a sentence is not in the correct point of view, note it on the top of the sentence strip. And then timekeeper, your group has 5 minutes to evaluate the sentences. Are there any questions? Fabulous. Rotate and rate. 5 minutes is up. Please rotate back to your original table. Now, some of you are going to see writing on the top of your sentence strips, and others you're going to see that there is nothing. If there is any writing on sentences, what I would like you to do is, as a group, please evaluate those on your own and fix them, make revisions. And then I would also like you to look at the checklist that you have, and I would like you to make revisions based on the checklist that was completed by that group's facilitator. Once you have those done, please bring each sentence strip up to the whiteboard, and there are magnets right here. I would like you to magnet them on the whiteboard, but make sure they're under the correct category. We have the different categories of the point of views. We have first person, second person, third person limited, third person omniscient, and third person objective. So I would like you to take your sentence strip and magnet it underneath the appropriate category. The timekeeper, your group has 8 minutes to do this, to fix all the sentences, look at your checklist and see if there are any revisions you need to make based off of that as a group, and then sort all your sentences into the appropriate category on the whiteboard. Write all group members' names on the top of the checklist also, and make sure that you give it to me when the 8 minutes is concluding. Any questions? Fabulous. Your 8 minutes starts now. I'm pleased to say we did not even need our full 8 minutes. You all finished before the deadline. Good job. Let's go ahead and work our way to the closure of today's lesson. Now, as a whole class, what we're going to do is look at what is posted on the whiteboard. We have sentence strips all over the place and in categories. Some categories are bigger than others, which means that we probably have some sentences in the incorrect place. So what we're going to do, whole group, is evaluate all the sentences and see if they are in the correct locations. If we need to move some, we move them. But let's go ahead and evaluate and revise as a group. You did a great job on evaluating and revising those sentences. I thought a couple of them might trip you guys up, but they didn't, so bravo. Very proud of your learning. Why was it important for us to evaluate the sentence placements on the board? Why couldn't I just have you guys put them up there, leave class, and just call it a day? Why was it important? Now, would it have made a difference if we had never evaluated the placements? Why or why not? And you have proven evaluation is an important step for sense construction. But in what other ways can you involve evaluation into your life? Is it just an ELA thing? Is that the only time that we use evaluation? No. You're all shaking your heads no. So when can we use evaluation in our own personal life? Great examples. I knew you were geniuses. Just knew it. Let's go ahead and look at today's independent practice. What you're going to work on is this activity sheet. Now you can see in the center of this sheet, there is a picture. What is this picture demonstrating? What's the main idea? What's the central idea? Okay, someone is being bullied and someone is publishing it on social media, videotaping it on their cell phone. Good. You've picked out the main idea of the photograph. Now what you're going to do is the same thing that we did previously. You're going to construct sentences in a particular point of view using the theme of the photograph. However, I'm only asking you to do 4 different points of view. You need to do first person, second person, third person objective, and third person omniscient. What point of view is the one that's left off? Third person limited. That is correct. So you get a little bit of a break on that. It looks like we have about 5 minutes left of class. You're going to work on this for the rest of class. Some of you may finish it before the bell rings, and that is awesome, but I will collect this tomorrow because it is for a grade. If you do not finish it, you will need to finish it at home for homework. So go ahead and get started, darlings, and I'll help you with anything you need.